Hey adventurers, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we finished going through Stalwart Village, and we're now headed into the Russetwood to start dealing with some quests here in the White March.
West first, I think, to the Russetwood, yeah? Kind of just because we're standing on the west side of town, but no idea really whether that or Long Watch Falls would properly be better. Alright, looks like it's an open woody area, pretty big. Let me, just a second. While I cheekily pull this up. Okay, well, big area. There's a little road here. Pretty big. I guess, well, what the hell is that? Hi, doggy. You look hostile. Oh. The wolf lies in the snow, panting with exhaustion and pain. An arrow has pierced its foreleg, jutting gruesomely from the animal's flank. The wolf growls softly as you approach, tail between its legs. Well, let me, sing a song to calm it. You approach the wolf slowly, singing a low and lilting melody. The animal's ears flatten, but it stops growling. Gradually, the wolf stills, though it still gazes up at you fearfully. Let me check the wound. The wolf appears to have crossed a hunter's path. A silver arrow juts from the wolf's right foreleg, embedded a short distance into the limb. Even so, you suspect trying to remove the arrow without knowledge and care could provoke further injury. Well, it's pretty much remove the arrow or kill it, so try to pull the arrow out? Ah, good, Skani can do it. Skani moves forward to aid the animal. Your efforts to calm the wolf seem to have paid off, for the creature remains still, save for the occasional whimper. Sagani carefully removes the arrow and then binds the wound. Barely an instant after Sagani's finished, the wolf suddenly scrambles to its feet. It regards you for a few long moments, and then sets off through the trees at a limping trot. Well, there's my good deed for the day. Saved an animal. Hopefully nature is in balance and stuff, and doesn't hate me now. Okay. Don't immediately find... Dang, well, it goes down and down here, but nothing else of interest. A lake. Pond. Crater? Huh. Yeah, I guess it is rather a bit of a crater, isn't it? There's some wolves that don't like me. With a feral druid. Alright. First combat of the session after an hour in. You know, I don't actually know why I'm casting on them. We need to take the druid out fast. He didn't die from that. Well, do I have good? I have Malignant Cloud now. Oh, you know what? Everybody's dead except the druid. Just kill the druid. Loser. Okay, wolf pelts. Not worth a whole lot. Druid have anything good? Well, fine bow, fine armor, stag helm with with that +2 athletics, 1 dexterity, and immunity to stuck. That's pretty solid. Turquoise and a copper pand. Athletics, dexterity, and immune to stuck, huh? Well, Scounty's thing is perception. I think I'd rather keep that. But one of you two just have useless nonsense. Should take this probably. Where did it end up? In here? Yeah. I have 2 even. Well, why don't you take 1 each? Oh, it goes in this slot. Never mind. Give it back. I'm giving it to Scotty.
I'm here.
Okay, that's about halfway along here, so I'm gonna, like... I don't know what the properly...
At once.
I don't know. There's not a lot of obvious indicators here, so I'm basically gonna go north and try to clear half and half. What the hell are those? Ice blights? They're just giant snowflakes, literally. Or, well, ice crystals, I guess, but what's a snowflake but a tiny ice crystal? They're immune to something that we're doing. They're probably not immune to this. You think they're immune to fire? Oh, they're immune to crushing damage. That doesn't really make sense. Ice is pretty crushable, honestly. So I think that's Ader's damage they're immune to. Doesn't really matter, because he does not do much damage anyway. Let's be honest, he's here to absorb damage. Okay, north again. Little pond, some reeds. A little bit of foresty stuff. What's this? Ooh, this carcass steams in the snowy chill. The kill is recent. I wonder if that means that this is the area where the big wolf was, right? Ice beetles. Oh, this one's disengaging. Very cheeky. Should probably kill it before it gets... It's got a lot of knockdown. Maybe that's just because our wizards are really fragile, though. Alright. Beetle shells, same as any other beetle.
At once.
What's this? A tuft of fur caught on the shrub, and the scent of wolf. Okay, yeah, the big wolf is around. I don't know where, but it's around. Actually, at this rate, it's gonna... Oh, what's this? Bitter spirit. And some... Pugre. Alright, everybody get up here. Where's the mages? What are you in combat? No, you're right here. And I'm over here. Okay. Then, what the heck. Let's just toss out a whole fireball. There we are. Maneha almost died. I think the barbarian is not that durable. Although maybe I have to activate rage manually or something. Do I? Barbaric blow. Barbaric shout. Okay, they have powerful regen ability in combat that I gotta use, I guess. Yeah. What's this? Woodcutter's Grove. Well, sure enough. There's not really anybody here, though. Aside from the nature spirits. Looks like they've got a slightly more substantial path into the place than the one we came in on. Oh, Shrine of Galawain. I forget who is Galawain the Hunter? This simple shrine is covered in a thick layer of snow, fallen leaves, and feathers. A pair of curving bones flanks the altar. Well, I'd say it's more than a pair, but alright. The shrine does not appear to be frequented very often, though traces of old candle wax line the edges of the stone. Under a dusting of frost, you note a rectangular section of the altar's surface that seemed to be cleaner than the rest, as if something once rested here. Touch. You feel a tingle run up your arm as you set your fingers to the altar. In the instants after, the wind seems to die down, the sounds of the wilderness growing muted to your hearing. Then you hear a sudden, low growl, quickly joined by more. A vision strikes you like a sudden memory, though unbound by time or place. Within a sea of darkness you see a great beast, formless save for its gleaming fangs. It growls and snaps with increasing desperation and savagery, and for a moment you feel its rage as your own, a possessive fury that tears at you. Something's been taken, your territory threatened, and the price for it will be blood. The vision fades just as swiftly as it came. The altar stands silent and still, and the air fills again with the occasional trill of birdsong. Was that to do with the wolf? Yeah, I think it was, based on the addendum. Not sure, I mean, something's intruded on its territory and it's mad, but I don't really know how to resolve that. Oh, elves. Pale elves. To be specific. Okay. Can't get any deeper than that. There's a landslide here. And there's a guy stuck in it. Rough. Yeah, he's pretty dead. He's got boots with move speed. And flame shield and some lockpicks and 32 stalwart bonies. Stalwart's residents use assorted pieces of carved fish bone as a supplemental currency. Most bonies are carved from a large flat spot on the skulls of speckleback fish. The carvings are intricate enough that outsiders find them valuable for their artistry. Suppose that's just to make the exchange less problematic. Because really, probably nobody outside of this place would take them for much value, but yeah. Save real quick. Hi, elves, and also ogre. A group of elves stands in a scattered ring around an ogre, but they do not appear to be engaged in battle. The ogre is bound with rope, and one of the elves tugs harshly on the line tied around the ogre's neck. This is pointless, beast. You won't get anywhere being stubborn. The ogre only snorts angrily and pulls back on the rope. Two other elves prod him somewhat timidly with their poleaxes. The ogre does not budge. Hey, Vamrel. One of the elves turned to look at you, motioning at the man occupied with the ogre. The elves turn to look at you, hands falling to their weapons. Vamrel gives a final sharp yank on the rope before he turns as well. You guys are a long way from home. Oh, we'll be further from it still tomorrow. Just picking up some help along the way. He looks up at the ogre. Bit of a sad specimen for an ogre. He came cheap. We need the muscle. Gods know they're good for little else. Vamrel gives the rope another tug. The ogre's already impressive scowl deepens. The ogre gives a great bellow and suddenly lunges backward, tearing the rope free of his captor's hands. With a triumphant roar, the ogre pulls apart the bindings on his arms. Vamrel glares at you. Look what you've done! Bro, it was not my fault. Stop that ogre! But don't damage my property. Then bring me that fool's head. Oh, we're just straight up hostile to all of them now. Okay. Was there a peaceful way to resolve this? Nope. According to the wiki, every dialogue option will result in a fight. So that's how that is. I guess maybe I could have avoided fighting one group or other, possibly, but whatever. Let them fight each other. I'll kill this idiot who came after me. Yeah. You know what? Actually, I can resolve this problem real quick.
Get a good shot with this.
Fire didn't last very long, actually. Still go for this guy. They've almost got the ogre. A little too late, but... Alright, Vamroll. Let's, yeah, he's just gonna die, isn't he? Pretty much.
I'm here.
Okay. Slaughtered them. Poleaxe, quarterstaff. Ooh. Bitter cut, saber. 20% damage, corrode and slash damage. Grants infestation of maggots and vile thorns, but minus defense against poison attacks. This saber belonged to the first mate of the Hangman's Bounty, a notorious pirate ship that roamed the Deadfire Archipelago 3 centuries ago. Legend has it that the crew seized a slave galley, and after killing the masters, decided to sell the slaves to the next port. One of the slaves, an elderly man with a scarred face and beady black eyes, came forward and demanded that he and his fellows be set free. The pirates laughed and refused him, but the old slave persisted. He warned them of the terrible plagues and punishments awaiting them, yet still they refused. When he raised his voice in anger, the first mate drew her saber and ran him through. Putrid green bile poured from the wound, running upward along the sword, while the sailors watched in horror. The corruption spread from the dying slave's chest to the first mate's saber and arm, filling her veins with venom and her flesh with squirming maggots. The rest of the crew drove the ship aground and fled, leaving the slaves to flee and the first mate to rot next to her tainted blade. Fair enough. Nice sword, though. Fine large shield, various armors, helmets, potion, 6 gold and 25 copper. Oh, and here's another fine arquebus, armor, helm, 12 more copper. It was a nice sword. In fact, you know what? What are you using? Just a fine battle axe and sword? I have a bunch of fine weapons you could be using. Have, well, where'd this one go? The spear's also one-handed? Dang, that's pretty good. Tell you what, you can have this one at least, and maybe, yeah, why not? Take the spear, too. That should be a lot of damage. And another sword, shield, armor, 1 silver. That it? Yeah, looks like it. These stones are strangely warm to the touch. Though most of the runes are indecipherable, a few look like names. Okay, we're about halfway through this map, actually. Let's do another pass, north to south. Here's...
Looks safe.
Oh boy. Oh, a nice fisherman. As you walk toward the frozen pond, a figure appears through the mist. Kneeling down next to a hole in the ice, the figure picks up a large chest and throws it into the water without hesitation. Okay, maybe not a fisherman. The figure looks around. You glimpse a face you've seen before. Kixettle, one of Lafta's acolytes, pulls a hood over his head and throws a leather bag over his shoulder. Without looking back, he walks away in the direction of Stalwart Village. Interesting. Okay, but you know what? That means they lied to me. They're putting the stuff somewhere where they all know about it and not where just the gift bearer knows about it. Surely. Cloudy water is visible through a large hole cut through the thick ice. It's larger than a fishing hole, wider than a broad-set omoa. Stirred, the surface of the water laps against the layered ice. You reach out to test the water. It nips at your fingers with every ripple, quickly numbing your hand after a few seconds. Inspect the area. You carefully inspect your surroundings. Animal tracks are plentiful, but what appear to be the footprints of kith are also present near the hole. Looking closer into the hole, you notice a jagged ring of frost adhering to its walls. It's been rebroken, perhaps more than once. Look through the water. The water swirls, silty and nearly opaque. You attempt to see through the murk, but can make out nothing in particular. Dive in. Oh boy. That seems deadly. Let me save, and then maybe we dive in. Okay, none of us have bulwark against the elements. Hey, Ader. Ader dives into the water and disappears into the turbulent darkness. The cold steals all warmth, and every movement is a struggle. Yet graced with exceptional resilience and endurance, Ader manages to swim with ease to the bottom of the pond. Directly below the hole, at the very bottom, Ader's hands find heavy objects made of wood and metal. They're chests, small but heavy. Ader starts to bring them up to the surface one by one, struggling to carry their weight through the water. After a heroic effort, Ader comes out of the frozen pond. You let a few minutes pass to recover from the ordeal, and then you're ready to inspect your findings. The chests are marked with symbols of Andra. You grab one of them and pry its lid open to reveal its contents. Inside, all you see are rocks. You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same results greet you after opening it. More rocks and nothing of value. Something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you. So again, this is that cynical, anti-religious bastard in me speaking, but they taking the gifts, you know, burying them under the church or something, and throwing chests of rocks into the wilderness in order to pass it off as they're getting rid of them, and they're not really. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Some kind of scam of that nature. Oh, hold on.
Don't see
Hold
many
on.
these
Hold on.
roads,
All right.
And the few we do are hunters, woodcutters, or smugglers.
Hey, Defala. You're the slaver. She cocks an eyebrow at you and gives you a half smile. She holds herself with confident grace, the conspicuous holster slung over one hip. Behind her is a wagon loaded with supplies. Manacles dangle from one end. Which are you? Hunter, woodcutter, or smuggler? The high, clear peals of her laughter ring across the snowy plain.
I suppose you could say I'm a hunter.
Her fingers drum the tooled leather of her holster. I take that to mean all of the above.
I'm looking for a fugitive from Raid Saris, an indentured servant, and a wanted criminal.
The smile disappears from her face like a candle flame snuffed out by the wind. She watches you through humorless eyes. Indentured servant, huh? You mean slave.
It's allowed in Raid Saris, but this fellow, let's call him Ilith. He signed himself over, making him an indentured servant. Now that distinction isn't much heeded in the Deerwood. But as you may have noticed, we're barely in the Deerwood.
Her sly grin returns, and it's hardly more than a squint. Well, she's not even denying it. That makes this choice easier. What's he wanted for, exactly?
Besides breaking his indenture, he slew his master's 13-year-old son, killed the boy before he fled.
Well, maybe he does belong in prison, if that's true. On the other hand, can't blame a man seeking his freedom. I'm with Aleph. Zahua nods at you with an approving half smile.
Might be the case. Trouble is, I can't let you warn him. But don't worry, I got other uses for you.
She draws her pistol.
Clever sort like you would make a fantastic clerk's assistant. Lucky for you, clerks tend to make kinder masters.
Okay, actually, how would she know I have a high intellect score, really? Ader, you're out ahead of the group a little bit. Oh well, we'll all be there shortly. Okay, what do we got? Marksman, tracker, marksman, 3 mercenary types, and her. So basically 3, well, she's a ranged character, so 4 ranged, 3 up close. Damn, they did a significant amount of damage to Ader already. Okay, we'd better break out the old fireballs real quick then.
I'm here.
Get vaporizing. Sahua closes in, right? Yeah. Scotty, why don't you mark her?
Zara is ready.
That looked painful. Alright, all of us go for that one first, maybe? It's important to focus fire. Although honestly, we've almost killed the whole group of Itumak. Bite.
I'm here.
Let's Ader go for the one.
Hey.
Knock her on her ass. Damn, didn't work. Oh well. Are we all stuck trying to get around this horse? Idiots. She didn't last long. Good boy, Itumak. Huh. Pathfinding's a little troublesome around this wagon, it seems like. Oops. Thought he was dead. Well, he is now. Good boy, Itumak.
Starting to miss my neighbors.
That bad, huh, Ader? Okay, bunch of just fine weapons and armor. 1 gold, 4 silver, 14 copper. She doesn't have anything special either? No, not really. Some badass doesn't even have unique weapons. Well,
Absolutely.
scratch one group of slavers.
I'd be glad to.
Did the world a big favor there. Further south. What's going on back at the stronghold? Okay, we're escorting the drunkard. Some more of the shackler we already killed. I just sent Heravius to free the slaves. How's construction going? Okay, we're still a day from finishing the curio shop. Britain bomb. Barrel of speckleback jerky. Pretty much 2/3 of the way through this area, so good progress. One sec. Refresh. What's this now? Hunter's camp. Apparently I missed a thing there.
I'll see what I can find.
Well, who knows. According to this map I'm sometimes glancing at, I did, but whatever. Another little frozen... Oh, that's a big troll. And a Lagafaith. And it has a dart gun. And there's 3 ice trolls. Alright, well, 1. We wipe out the Lagafaith before it does anything nasty. Slightly more durable. Okay, well. I'll let you finish that. I will... I suppose the cold spell's not going to work well on these guys. So instead, let's go for a nice fireball. Maneha? Let's see here. What's this? So twice per rest, twice per encounter. Let's go for that, I guess. Oh, that did look like it did a hell of a lot of damage. The trolls are frightened. I don't really know what that does to them, but they are frightened. Zahwa, what are your special abilities? Seems pretty badass. Try it on something. Okay.
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
You're fine, Ader. Oh. Apparently we failed to engage this ouchie. Damn. Well, Zahwa got hurt. Oh. My name is down. I'm supposed to lag of faith. We're fine.
Certainly.
What do they have? Clubs. Their livers are worth 16 copper. And a couple of agates. Alright then.
I'm here.
Moving along north.
Oh, and if I find something good, you can have half.
Oh, thanks. Why does she feel like a kindly old woman or something? Oh, that's a wolf, and I'm in Pugre, and a bunch of wolves. Alright, well, you know what wolves probably don't like? Is being fireballed. Actually, they didn't mind that much. Pugre got hurt pretty bad, though. I'll go for the concussive spell. Yeah, that flattened him pretty good. The hell is... Oh. Summoned an earth blight right before she died.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a corpse
Yes?
of an elk and a bunch of other things, actually. Oh, and a nice cave of... Wolf cave. Oh boy, is this where the big wolf is? Thanks for watching, adventurers. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, adventurers. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.